Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano ADA. So ADA has just now broken out of this channel here to the downside. This is what I primarily expected as well, especially with ADA. I told you that in my opinion, we have not yet seen the low, while there is a possibility that the low could also be in for ADA across the board. This is not my primary expectation yet, also not for Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm currently charting out possible breakout scenarios, but it is not yet my primary expectation. I have to say that very clearly as well. Please understand we are currently in a very difficult environment because we are currently here in a possible turnaround space. Okay, so we have reached here this area for Ethereum as well, for Bitcoin as well, but for ADA here in particular, we've reached this area here, this yellow target area. And this is the area where you would normally, in such a correction, expect a price to turn around. So prices follow, to a degree, predictable patterns. And in such a wave 2 in which we are, you would normally get exactly into this area. This is a very relevant area, and this is the area between the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level and the 78.6% Fib level. And when you are in such a wave 2, you normally, especially the altcoins, would get into this area. I've highlighted that area for various altcoins as well. All altcoins came into the area. Every altcoin I'm covering did get into this area. Some altcoins though even went a little bit lower, but this is the area where you would naturally expect this correction to end. And by the way, I gave you all these target areas 5 to 6 months ago. If we're now getting closer to it, don't stop in this area, fair enough, but I did chart out all lower level wave counts as well, and ADA is very close to bottoming out, in my opinion, if it hasn't bottomed out already, but the likelihood is still that we make one more lower low. Okay, so we have obviously moved up here in this wave 1, and therefore we are currently in this wave 2. So this is what you get. In a wave 2, you have a wave A, B, and C. We are now in the C wave within the wave 2. And if we go into the detail, and by the way, because people always ask, what is sort of in the next wave up, which would be an all-time high wave ideally, not guaranteed. We could get, without a problem, another corrective rally to the upside, come down once more, and then go up. We don't know that yet, but again, it also doesn't really matter, because also this can be traded, and it would be a significant move, which again would allow for profit taking before we come down. But in an all-time high scenario, where we go above that $3.13 level, which was the all-time high, we would then look at a level at least $4.40, $4.50. That is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level. That is the minimum what I would expect in that wave 3. So just to clear that up, because a lot of people ask for the longer term perspective, and I can't tell you how long that will be. It could be 8 months, it could be a year, it could be 2 years until we get there. So this is unfortunately what we cannot forecast. But in my opinion, we are, especially as we are in this yellow area, in an accumulation phase. We have not yet completed this wave countdown. So the short time frame would suggest, and again, there is never a guarantee for everybody who's unfamiliar with Elliott waves. There is no guarantee. It's all about probabilities. But what we have here is an impulsive move down, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. The wave 5 is still missing. We can count this differently. Don't get me wrong. We can say the wave 3 was here. The wave 4 is already complete. That was here. And the wave 5 has already been completed here. But I explained that in detail in the last few ADA videos. It is unlikely because this wave 5 did not go below that low. And that is obviously what we would be looking for, because that wave 5 would have completed this higher level wave 5 as well. And this wave 5 would have to be lower than this one, because it's the same wave degree. And in a wave 5, you would get lower in a downtrend than the wave 3. We haven't done that yet. Now, there are exceptions where this is possible, but again, it is only an exception, so it makes it quite unlikely. And as long as we can still count this bearish, I will. yeah, unless we invalidate it. When would we invalidate this downtrending pattern? Well, it wouldn't fully invalidate the downtrend, but it would at least invalidate the most imminent downtrending scenario, and that would be above 53.8 or 53.9 cents, as I mentioned before. Yeah, that would invalidate it. This is here the wave 1 low. That would invalidate it, yeah, if we go higher. So I did expect, as I said to you before, we did expect here that wave 4 in an ABC that you can see actually on the chart. Maybe not that well. I'd make that another color because you might not see it here in yellow. In this ABC, yeah, we did expect the wave 4 to reach this yellow target area. We came very close. Yeah, the target area is located between 51.5 cents and 53.8, and we did get to 51.2. I find that very close. We didn't quite touch it, but it could really be, especially as we have broken out of this ascending channel now, that the wave C was already complete here, and with that also the wave 4, and that we are now forming a 5-wave decline to the downside. And yeah, in my opinion, that would be, well, we have a good indication that this is proceeding. If we go below 47.9 cent, the previous swing low, that would accelerate, in my opinion, the downward move. And from here, we could get to the wave B low at 46.1 cent. And if we go below that, I think it is very likely that we will also kill this swing low here of 42.1 cent. And then we could actually make that lower low that we've been waiting for, which would need to be below 38.5 cents. And as soon as we make that lower low, yeah, I'd be extremely happy. For me personally, it would be ideal also from a chart point of view to really make that lower low, yeah, to really go below that 38.5 cent level, because from here then we could finish all of it and start to the upside. Is there a potential that this here was already similar to what the possibility is on the Bitcoin Ethereum chart, that this was already the low here and we are already on our way up? Yeah, of course, it is the possibility. But first of all, it's not confirmed yet. Yeah, we are still way too low. We are in an accumulation phase overall. Yeah. Personally, I would not chase the lowest low. I've told you that as well, because it's basically impossible to do so. Yeah. So I told you before, you know, if we are in this turnaround area, in this highly likely turnaround area between 29 and 54 cents. And if anyone's not buying here, and you don't need to buy, you know, I'm not telling you to buy, but if anyone's not buying in this accumulation area where you would expect with the highest likelihood a turnaround, then don't complain when we're back to $1 or $1.50, okay? This is just what it is. Welcome to crypto. And I do expect, as I said before, I do expect a rally going to happen. Now, again, it could be a corrective rally. This is what we don't know yet. Or an all-time high rally, but it doesn't really matter because we can trade them both. And even here, that corrective rally would go quite high, I think. So we can talk about that and yeah, take those trades. Now here on the RSI, on the daily, we were obviously oversold, and we are now getting close to that 50 level. Above 50, we would get into bullish territory, and the MACD is also turning here to the upside. Now, it's looking interesting. Yeah, it's starting to look interesting. So this would certainly, if this turns up, you know, this could indicate further upside potential, absolutely. But the price action at the moment is obviously it's breaking out of this wedge, or what it was, this sort of channel. It is currently breaking to the downside, and the 1 hour is already turning down here, the MACD. The 4 hour also down, yeah, and this could obviously translate over onto the daily chart. And by the way, we see a bearish engulfing candle currently also on the 4 hour chart. This could translate then over to the MACD here on the daily and basically stop that bullish crossover here from happening. This is what we need to see. We haven't really made much progress on the chart. I think the next few days will give us more clarity. Yeah, and we have to be very honest that we are currently here in a range, yeah, basically, and we need to wait how the market is deciding. At the moment, I'm not convinced that this is a breakout. Primarily, I still expect lower lows below 38.5 cents at this moment. Again, this could change as soon as we go above that 53.9 0.9 invalidation level. Okay, and that is my view here about ADA. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.